Please, the show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following program contains mature content. Any opinions expressed are those solely of the host and any guests. Listener discretion strongly advised.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Wyce Thoughts. Each episode of Wyce Thoughts is a virtual campfire sit-down with yours truly, and I tell you what's on my mind. And, we got the board going a little crazy here today, Mr. Producer Extraordinary. Why is that doing that? I don't know, but anyway, might have to cut that music early a little bit. So this time on the program, as Thanksgiving is virtually upon us, we're going to ask you what you have to be thankful for on this episode of Wyce Thoughts coming up in just a bit. So get ready. Grab your favorite beverage. Grab a comfortable spot. Join the virtual campfire sit-down. We're going to muddle through the technical issues going on today on the program. And we're going to talk about what you have to be thankful for and some website updates and more coming up on Wyce Thoughts. Don't you go anywhere. We're going to be right back in just a bit.
Wearing his sunglasses indoors just because he wants to. Let's get back to the program. Here's your host, Terry Wyce.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wyce Thoughts. I'm Terry Wyce. Make sure you spell my name right when you go to the website, wycethoughts.com. W-Y-C-E, W-Y-C-E, wycethoughts.com. There you can listen to each and every episode of the podcast currently available. And while you're there, check out the blog called Wyce Life. I give you some random musings about what's going on in the world, what's going on in my world, like you really care. And so much more. You can leave us a voicemail message if you want to send us a voicemail. There's a little blue button in the corner of the website at wycethoughts.com. And Mr. Producer, what is going on with the board today? Trying to do the intro there, and it was acting all funky. I don't tell you. You know, don't get me wrong, I love Rode products, but we're using a new Rode board here that we've had since summer, and Rode, I'm not sure, my friends, what's going on over there at Rode Electronics there, Rode Microphones, but the first incarnation of the Rodecaster Pro board was phenomenal. Didn't have any issues with it, worked great, sounded great. So when they had incarnation number 2, or is that a word, incarnation number 2, Mr. Producer? Is it? Okay. When they came out with the second version of it with more features and some goodies and some stuff like that, a little bit more memory inside, we jumped on it, for the tune of about almost $700. And I must say, I have mixed feelings, Rode, on your Rodecaster Pro 2 board here that we're using in the studio. Might go back to the old version 1 here shortly if these things can't get ironed out, because not too happy with the with things going on. I'm not sure. Unless you're screwing around in there. Are you, Mr. Producer? No? Okay. So anyhow, how are you out there? Hey, thanks for tuning in to Wyce Thoughts. We truly appreciate you. And listenership is growing by leaps and bounds just looking at the podcast stats from our provider. I mean, all over the world now. Canada's joined in on listening to Wyce Thoughts. South America, overseas, we've always had great pull overseas for people listening to Wyce Thoughts. And but thank you, Canada, for coming on and joining in the virtual campfire sit-down which is known as Wyce Thoughts. We appreciate you. If you want to email me, it's mail@wycethoughts.com. You can just send me direct email from your email if you'd like, or if you don't want to do that, you can just go to the website and just click on the contact page at the website, and you just pop in your name and email address and make sure you're not a robot. You can send me some comments and feedback. And hey, if you want to be a guest on the program, you can do that also at wycethoughts.com. Just go there and fill out the be a guest information, and we can talk about anything. I'm open. I'm a pretty wide open kind of guy. You want to talk about movies, sports, politics. If you've got a service that you're offering or something, that you think might be beneficial for the world to hear, by all means, go over to wycethoughts.com and click on Be a Guest. We'll be in touch with you. I mean, we can reach out to you. We can do it, like I said, virtually. You don't have to come to the studio in this modern day and age. You don't have to do that. We can do it all virtual, which is nice. And it's all for you right there at wycethoughts.com. You can follow the Twitter page, the Facebook page, so on. All right. So anyway, have I pushed the website enough? wycethoughts.com. Yeah, okay. So you all ready for Thanksgiving? We are in our household. We are ready for Thanksgiving. It's one of my most loved times of the year is Thanksgiving. I really enjoy Thanksgiving because I get to stuff my face, number one. And the second thing is because it's a introspective time for thinking and, what are you thankful for? I mean, let's do that. It's a time for me to take mental inventory and just kind of pump the brakes, slow down and say, what am I really thankful for this past year, these past few months? And, reaffirm having that attitude of gratitude, okay? And I think that's important, especially in today's fast-paced world. Let's face it, folks. Today's world, we're all running, or at least a good majority of us, are running at hundreds of miles an hour, running here to do this and meet that deadline and work deadlines and kids and, family obligations and, what have you. Sometimes we just got to, stop and smell the roses. I mean, it's just as simple as that. And I think Thanksgiving is a great time of year to do that. Now, some of you might say, well, that's the time of year that's most stressful because the relatives are over and we don't agree on this, that, and the other thing, and yada, yada, yada. But it could be a time to mend fences as well. And I write more about this at the blog over at wycethoughts.com. You can read my thoughts on that. And if you follow me at Twitter, it's at Terry Wyce, W-Y-C-E, at Terry Wyce on Twitter. You can check that out as well. And I just think that Thanksgiving just gives us that momentary pause before we get into Christmas and then New Year's and so on and so forth. It's a great day for family to gather, or friends, or both, and just, really take stock of our lives. It's over in the blink of an eye. Our lives are over. I mean, even if you live to be 100 years old, okay, and some people do, if you live to be 100 years old, there's still that, 100 years in eternity, my friends, it's gone like that. A lot of people, in their 20s, I mean, I had the same attitude when I was in my 20s. I thought, oh my God, to be 50-something years old, that's old. Now that I'm in my 50s, I'm like, that's not so old anymore, man. And you really, as you become more and more aware of your own mortality, and you come face to face with your mortality. I mean, the sad thing for me, not to be a bummer, but the sad thing for me is a lot of the people I grew up listening to in music and watching in movies and reading their books, these people that, I enjoyed their entertainment and icons and sports figures and news figures and just people in general that, I grew up with, they're passing away. They're, obviously of natural causes, some from not natural causes, either by their own hand or other, by their own hand, I mean, maybe they were drug addicts or whatever. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, you look around and you see, oh my God, this actor, they passed away, or this singer passed away, or my God, Aerosmith, they're almost 80, you're just like, wow, where is the time going? And how fast, I got my children grown up now. I've got, 7+ grandchildren. And I'm like, whoa, and I can still remember the day when I got out of high school and graduated that summer. It was just like, the world's our oyster. We got forever. Well, there's really no such thing as forever. that time again is finite, and we all got to pay the piper, as it were. And so I think Thanksgiving is a great time again to just kind of slow down, really, pull back and really start, taking stock of our lives and what we should prioritize, what we shouldn't prioritize, and what at the end of the day really means something. And that's what life is all about. It's not how much money you make, how much influence you got, how much power you have, although the world would have you think something totally, totally different. At the end of the day, it's, how you've lived your life. Did you make a difference in others' lives, make them better? And again, this is just my perspective, but I think that at the end of the day, that's what it is. Did you live because let's be honest with ourselves. In 100 years, they might not remember your name. In 50 years, they might not remember your name. In 200 or 300 years, what names echo throughout history? They're people that did really shitty things, or people that really made a good difference. And I would rather be on the side of people that made a real difference, a good difference, than someone who was, super evil. So that being said, it's time to, the refocus around the holidays. Yeah, the food and all that, that's nice window dressing. But at the end of the day, it's about who you spend your time with, how you spend your time, especially. It's not a race to get to the most, and it's so easy to get caught up in that whole rat race, I guess would be, the gerbil on the wheel there, to get caught up in that and kind of lose sight of what honestly really matters in life. So I think as, we have Thanksgiving, that's what we really want to think about. And in honor of Thanksgiving, got something excellent for you to listen to, just to kind of, break up this, humdrum monologue I've been doing here, kind of not trying to bring everyone down, but I got a nice little bit courtesy of the television show WKRP in Cincinnati. We're going to do a little tribute to the turkey drop here, so have a listen at this.
Man on the scene here at the Pinedale Shopping Center where the excitement is mounting. We're here to witness the big WKRP Turkey Thanksgiving giveaway.
Hey, you got permission to be out here?
What?
You're blocking my store here, buddy.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Les Nessman. I won the Buckeye News Hawk Award last year.
Good for you, Buckeye. Now get out of my doorway.
I'm sorry. Creep.
So far, so good, huh?
I'm here with hundreds of people who have gathered to witness what has been described as perhaps the greatest turkey event in Thanksgiving Day history. All we know for sure is that in a very few moments there are going to be a lot of happy people out here. Now the crowd is curious but well behaved. And I think I hear something now. The crowd is moving out into the parking area. And, oh yes, I can see it now. It's a helicopter. And it's coming this way.
A helicopter?
It's flying something behind it. I can't quite make it out. It's a large banner. And it says, Happy Thanksgiving. From WKRP. What a sight, ladies and gentlemen, what a sight. The copter seems to be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land. No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's a dark object, perhaps a skydiver plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet into the air. Second to the third. There's no parachutes yet. Those can't be skydivers. I can't tell just yet what they are, but... Oh, my God, they're turkeys! Oh, Johnny, can you get this? Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes! One just went through the windshield of a parked car! Johnny, this is terrible. The cars running around, pushing each other? Oh, my goodness! Oh, the humanity! Oh, people are running about. The turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement. See, folks, I don't know how much longer the crowd is running for their lives. I think I'm going to step inside. I can't stay out here and watch this any longer. No, I can't go in there. Children are searching for their mothers, and not since the Hindenburg tragedy has there been anything like this. I don't know how much longer I can hold my position here, Johnny. The crowd...
Les, are you there? Les isn't there. Thanks for that on-the-spot report, Les.
And there you go. There's the great turkey drop from the classic television comedy series WKRP in Cincinnati. So fitting as, to break up the humdrum of the holiday here with Thanksgiving quickly approaching. And the other thing that I wanted to kind of bring into perspective with Thanksgiving as well, let me ask you this. Is it costing you more money this year for Thanksgiving? I was out in the stores, and I'll tell you, I've seen all kinds of prices on turkeys this year. Anywhere from some places running specials of 99 cents a pound, some places as high as $3 a pound. In fact, I talked about that on a couple of previous episodes of the podcast, one or two back. And $3 a pound for turkey. Oh my God. But the average out there in the United States that they said that Thanksgiving this year is going to cost people about 20% more. 20% more than just last year. And that's amazing. That's a pretty steep increase. And at this time of the year, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we provide for those who, are less fortunate. That's another thing about Thanksgiving. Think about all the blessings that you have in your life and how you can maybe provide for someone who isn't. Invite someone to dinner maybe, or, donate to a local food pantry, something like that. Those are important things to do as well, because people are honestly hurting in this country, and they do need all the help they can get. There's some folks out there that are really, really struggling, and I think it'd be incumbent upon us to kind of help them out as well. It's a chance for humanity to show the good side of it, not the bickering with each other, not the, the cultism of political parties or political ideas, social ideas and that. Just, we're the most advanced race, and I've said this on past episodes. We're the most advanced species on this planet currently in this time frame. You would think we could act with compassion towards one another and help one another and be more kind to one another, but a lot of us just can be really, really cruel. And, for the life of me, sometimes I just sit there and just shake my head and don't understand and don't get it. You can't always have your own way. You can't always get what you want. Things in life aren't going to always go your way, either through others' design or your own. But just be thankful what you have. Be thankful for what, you're alive. That's the first thing. To be thankful for. You're breathing air. You're still here. You're around because, I know people say, oh, man, the alternative is being dead. To not put too fine a point on it. And as far as I know, once you're gone, you're done. I don't know of anybody that's come back, from that for, who's been away for any length of time that's come back. So, try and find something good in each day and cherish each day if you can. That's the best thing to do as you celebrate this Thanksgiving. And, that's the most important thing we can do as far as human beings. So, yeah, I know. Give me the sad music, you smart aleck. Anyway. Well, listen, I hope I gave you something to think about on this episode of Wyce Thoughts. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. May it be filled with love and laughter and good times. Be safe out there. And if you can help out someone in need, by all means do so, okay? Not a real long episode on this episode of the podcast. We'll be back at it again on our next episode with a full-length episode in that. I got to go stuff my face with some turkey. And then take that, obligatory turkey nap afterwards. But remember, if you want to see a change in the world, you have to be the change you want to see in the world. It all starts with you, the person looking back at you in the mirror every morning. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Again, wycethoughts.com is the website. For more shows from Purple Pit Studios, visit purplepitstudios.com. And until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves. If you like the podcast, share us with your friends. Give us a rating and review. And we'll meet again around the virtual campfire real soon. You take care of yourself.